Hey guys, welcome back in today's episode of Confessions of a Spectrum Mom. We are going to be talking about kids and how we can pour into our kids. So, hopefully, this is not a long video. I just want to share some things that I am doing and I am learning as I go along on this journey. So, if you are new here, my name is Cindyata. Hi. And I have two awesome children, and they present completely different. You know, they have different strengths, they have different weaknesses. Sometimes I feel like I have to be two different mommies with them, even though I'm just one mommy. And, it is what it is. So, my oldest is 16, my youngest is 11, and but developmentally they present different, than what their chronological age is. But we've learned in this journey of being a special needs caregiver or parent, you learn to go with the flow and you learn to do what is best for your children. So now for my kids, what we have been learning, what I have been learning in this last year is to listen to their emotional cues. And I don't think we talk about that, too much in this community. We talk about meeting our children's physical needs. Oh, little Bobby needs to go to the bathroom. He's still in pull-ups. Okay, well, we can work through that. Oh, this person is sensory sensitive and they don't want to do creamy foods or grainy foods. Okay, we can work through that. Do we pay attention to their emotional needs? Mommy, I feel, I don't know, something's not right. Okay, so let's figure out, what's this something not right, So this was my daughter earlier this week, and I was like, you feeling a little overwhelmed? She's like, you need a break from schoolwork? Okay, why don't you go lay down? She's like, but lay down and rest. Just lay on the sofa, put the blankets over top of you, and just rest. Her spirit was tired. We school, if you've watched some of my other videos, we school all year round. But her spirit was tired and she just needed a break because we have had a very busy year, guys. We have traveled, we have had illnesses, we have moved in the last like 14 to 16 months. So it's been a really hard adjustment for my children. Change is really hard for a lot of people, but it tends to be even harder for children that are on the spectrum, so we've had a lot going on. She has been a trooper, but she's 16. She don't need to be a trooper in everything. So I was like, go lay down. And she did. And so I just went up to her room, got her favorite little stuffy, brought it down to her. And she was just like, thanks, Mom. She was knocked out within a minute. Like, her body was tired. Her spirit was tired. And we just let her sleep on the sofa. But if I was not attuned to her, I would have been like, what are you doing? Why isn't your schoolwork done? You've had X, Y, and Z time. Rah, rah, rah. Our kids don't need that. Sometimes our kids do. But as parents, we need to sometimes take a step back. We need to evaluate our expectations of our children and know when they need those physical and spiritual timeouts. Sometimes they need the discipline timeout, but sometimes they need those physical timeouts, the spiritual, mental, emotional timeouts. And it's okay. The schoolwork will get done when the schoolwork gets done. And if it's not today, then it's not today. And that is okay, because we need to make sure our children know, one, that they physically are a priority to us, not the schoolwork. And two, that their physical, mental, and emotional health outranks the schoolwork as well. not just their physical life, but their mental health and emotional health outranks handwriting. It outranks mathematics. It outranks art. Okay? It outranks science. And so that's what I have been learning with my son. He is a little ball of energy. That's my son. A little ball of energy. Sometimes he gets so going with his energy that it's hard for him to focus. Do you need a break? Yes. A big break? Yes. All right. So with him, because he gets overstimulated and he has so much energy that he has to exert, I'm like, take a big break, and before you come back, I want you to do 10 jumping jacks. Take a big break, and when you come back, I want you to spin in a circle 6 times. Okay? Or dance for 30 seconds, and I'll get up. I don't know what I'll be doing. I just be doing some silly stuff. But it gets that tension out of him. Because if I don't work on getting the tension out of him, then school becomes this. Who wants tension when it comes to schoolwork? I don't want my children to hate learning. I love to learn. I might not want to write a paper every 3 weeks, but I love to learn, and I want my children to have a love of learning, even with, their internal struggles, if you will. So, I am learning to show more grace towards my little ones. I am learning to be more patient with my little ones. And I am learning, and it is an ongoing lesson, to take a step back and say, you know what? Yes, we are homeschooling, but it's okay. I see that you're worn down. I see that you're tired. I see that you need a break. Finish this up tomorrow. It's okay to say, finish it up tomorrow. We'll circle back to it. Let's just take a break. My daughter came to me this week. She was like, I just don't know what's going on. Could it be manipulation? Yeah. But when her little body was out in a few seconds of me like giving her her stuffy, I knew it was not manipulation. She had something real going on. You burnt out? Yeah, because we have been going a lot this year. So I said we can take the week off. And so that's what we're doing. So we have no school this week. That's the beauty of homeschooling. We have no school this week. And I said next Monday, we'll just jump back in to our biology lessons. We'll take the rest of the week off. And that's what we're doing. And like, I could see a weight lift from her, because I am really diligent with making sure they do their schoolwork. But I don't want to do it to the detriment of their physical and mental health. And that's what I'm learning. I'm learning to give them the arena to be free. That's what we're learning. So that is my encouragement to you guys. Give your babies the arena to be free. Homeschool is important. Schooling in general is important. Discipline, not discipline like discipline, but discipline like routine and responsibility, that's important. But rest is important. Like I tell my son, even God rested on the 7th day. Right? He didn't need to, but he did. We need the rest. We need to, and our children need that too. Okay? So that is my encouragement to you is, if you're like me in a homeschool family, we school all year round, or even if you're not a homeschool family, it's okay to have expectations for your kids and want them to do all these different things. But burnout is real. You burn out. Don't think your children won't burn out too. Take a step back. Give them the rest Give them the break that they need. Because what's the most important thing in this world? Getting into college is not important if you're not here to go. High school biology is not important if you're not here to do the work. So let's pour into our babies. Physically, mentally, and emotionally. Give them the rest that they need to recharge so that they can be their best when they do their different activities and reach for their different goals. All right? That's it, guys. Y'all know the drill. We'll see you in the next video. Okay? Bye.